Let's get into the question of the day, and I can already see the traction. I'm sure you know, and you've guessed what the question we're asking you, of course, is your reaction to last night's announcement that the whole country will be moving to level 3 of the lockdown from the 1st of June. And if you've seen some of those posters and some of the information that's come out as to what level 3 will look like as opposed to level 4, it's quite a big jump, I must say. Most of the country opening up and doing everything that they can, and this is very much so quite one of the things that we'll be talking to today. But I suppose a sticking point is the issue of cigarettes and alcohol. That's still one. Alcohol will be sold at very restricted hours, but cigarettes absolutely not. No tobacco products still not going to be sold during this time. So I can imagine that's going to dominate a lot of the responses. But perhaps there's something else on your mind. We'd love to hear from you at Morning Live, SABC. Right, let's move to the stories of the day now. Teachers are expected to report for duty as part of the Department of Basic Education's phased reopening of schools, which will see learners in grade 7 and 12 returning to school from the 1st of June. According to the latest figures released by the Health Ministry, the number of confirmed COVID-19 cases that South Africa has had to date now stands at 22,583. The number of deaths has since gone up to 429. There's been 11,100 recoveries, which brings the total number of active cases in South Africa to 11,054. So there's more recoveries than there are active cases at this point in the country. For more information on the coronavirus, there's that number again. It's a 24-hour hotline, 0800 029 999. The WhatsApp line is 0600 123 456. And let's take a look at the figures right now. Western Cape, 14,740, Gauteng, 2,773, KZN, 1,815, the Eastern Cape, 2,690, the Free State, 202, Limpopo, 128, 101 is in Mpumalanga, the Northwest, 94, in the Northern Cape, 40. You can see the total amount of tests conducted, which we heard from the President, is massive. I mean, especially when you're looking at the rest of the continent in comparison, South Africa is hundreds of thousands ahead, 583,000 to be exact, 855. Those are the tests conducted. Confirmed cases of those, 22,583. Recoveries, 11,100. The deaths, 429. And the last one we can get to you there is the active cases, which are at 11,054. I can just quickly give you that global picture if you like. We're looking at the numbers around the world as always at the same time, just to give us a perspective. Total cases are, apologies, I'm just trying to quickly bring them up if I can't. Here we go, 5.4 million, that's the confirmed cases. 2 million have recovered, and at this point the death rate is at 345,000 people. Right, here's your trending topics. No surprises there. Alcohol will be sold. The parties have begun already. So, yeah, everybody very happy about the fact that they can get some alcohol. How that's going to happen, though, we're still waiting to find out. It's going to be for limited hours, limited times. I love that photo. And that's what the President has said. But the reality is you're going to be able to buy alcohol from next week, Monday. And but obviously places that sell like bars and shebeens and pubs, they are not going to be able to. It'll just be at liquor stores that you'll be able to purchase and then consume at home. So that'll be a great relief for a lot of people out there. Next trending topic, cigarettes. Sorry for you. If you're a smoker, you got to wait longer. And this is such a big one because cigarette smokers are up in arms on this one, and people are so worried about that illicit trade of cigarettes that is thriving at this point in time. In fact, do you know, as a matter of interest, do you know anybody that is a smoker that has actually given up over this time? Or are they just finding other things to smoke, to be honest with you? I mean, that's the kind of thing that I've been seeing from people that I know. They haven't given up smoking. They're just finding other brands or whatever it is, and they're continuing to smoke. But, you know, the sale and the legal sale of cigarettes, is it not a good thing at this point in time, because it just seems that so many people are finding other ways to smoke. So yeah, cigarettes, no, not from the 1st of June, still banned. Ramaphosa, everyone talking to our president last night. He, of course, gave us all the news, and it started at exactly 7 o'clock. Did you notice that? And he also had a smile on his face as he did that, because South Africans are used to waiting a little longer for that address. But no, last night, bang on 7 o'clock. Thank you for that, President. Although a lot of people weren't ready, because we're used to waiting a little longer, but well done for that one. And then finally, Ndlozi, of course, he put out some tweets that got South Africa speaking. Again, you know, that's the usual story. It always is that way. So Ndlozi putting out these tweets basically saying, I think we've got them. I'm not sure if we're going to put them up on the screen for you, but there were two quite hair-raising ones that got everybody talking. Here one, when he said, when Mandela said it is now in your hands, he was giving his farewell address, handing over to Thabo Mbeki. Ramaphosa is telling us he is no longer responsible. He's done with us. He is telling us that he washes his hands. I'll leave those last three words for you to interpret. But that's what Ndlozi had to say. After that, he basically said, COVID-19, like AIDS, is holding many fools dizzy, thinking they can survive with common sense. Many are in denial, thinking it will not happen to them. They think that they are immune, that they can individually fight against the virus, but it always had to take a collective effort. So just have a look at those. That's what's, of course, causing Mbuyiseni Ndlozi of the EFF, and the EFF putting out a press release as well, saying they're completely against the reopening of South Africa and moving to lockdown level 3, feeling that this is just not a good move for South Africa. But we're waiting to hear from you. We'd love to hear your opinions on that.